Okay guys, so it is time to build, she jetted out of that shot. It is time to build the 2020, I guess, pandemic haunt. This is a new house we're in for 2020. We moved here in March, so got to experiment and see what we could do, but let's get started guys. 2020 Halloween, we're here. Alright guys, so this is Harper, this is my granddaughter. She's 2 years old and she's actually out here ready to help me. So this is going to be fun. This is the new house that we have. We moved here in March, and I think you might remember it from Quarantinoween. So smaller yard, no double access to the backyard for like a maze. Plus we're not doing a maze anyways with the pandemic in place. So with that being said, we are going to do a lot of lighting. We're going to set out some of the props that I did keep from the old Columbia Manor house, which we moved out of, and I had to unfortunately throw a lot of that stuff away moving to the new house. Didn't do a haunt at all in 2019, just didn't love that house, didn't like the area. Yeah, so anyways, we're back here in 2020. We got the new house, and I'm excited to experiment with this and see what we can do. Now with the pandemic, things have been rough. Things have been crazy with work, just pay cuts, and still have a job, so I'm employed, so that's good. Been door dashing a lot to make extra money, and it's just been, a crazy ride trying to get through this year. So unfortunately, I didn't have enough time to build an archway or new cemetery column, so I found this at Home Depot, and I'm going to go ahead and roll with this thing. I'm not one to usually buy the Home Depot stuff to use, or the Spirit stuff, but this one looked good enough. And I think I'll, be able to make it work nicely with the haunt, with the maze, well, not the maze, but just with the yard haunt, with the decoration. So we're going to give this a shot. 150 bucks. It would have cost me as much to build something with no time. So I'm going to go ahead and do this, and we'll see what happens. I also got a bunch of new lighting elements just because I don't know what I have in my haunt shed, my new haunt shed. I don't know what's working. It's been 2 years, so I went ahead and I bought a bunch of stuff. Still have a bunch of these lights, and then I bought more right here. So we're going to roll with those, and just other elements that I think will be cool. I went ahead and bought so we can do something. That's so cool. Harper likes that. She thinks that's so cool. And then I did get, my big upgrade is I got the Rock speakers. So these are acoustic audio. Amazon, I think they were 99 bucks for a pair. They sound really good, and they're Bluetooth, waterproof. The only thing you have is, hot power, so we'll waterproof that. But this is going to look good in the yard, and I'm excited about these. Okay, so this thing is actually pretty heavy. I didn't realize it was 81 pounds. It's pretty big, but it did fit in the Westie just fine. So 8.5 feet tall, and it looks pretty good, so we're going to go ahead and give this a shot. We'll build it right now. I know that the Home Depots only got one each of these, so there was not a massive amount at any of them. I looked at 3 Home Depots once I saw the display, and they all had one and sold it pretty quickly. This one I found at a Home Depot about 25 miles away, and I go ahead and grabbed it just because I knew it wouldn't last long. So I actually grabbed this back in September, so it's just been sitting on my porch waiting for me to build it. Okay, so it was actually packed really well. The cardboard geometry in there was pretty cool. I should have filmed it before I ripped it all out, but instructions seem to be right here on the box, so I guess should be pretty easy. Guess we start with that base right there, which I can see at the bottom. And the good thing about this, even though it is plastic, everything is metal framed for the connectors. So the plastic shouldn't rip apart. Everything is metal, so that's pretty good. It's actually pretty well designed. So you see the metal framing all is inside the plastic, so it's more durable with the click-in locks. And then they have these little things, little plastic things that you just kind of just shove in here, and it covers up the the hole. So it's hard to do one-handed, but you get the picture. It just looks like a regular brick in there. So got to get off these letters, but we're built, guys. That took about 10 minutes. 10 minutes, so, and the instructions are on top of the box. Pretty good size. I'll scoot it forward a little bit, but the eyes light up on the little guy up there on the top, and I'll just start to build the fence around that. So not bad. Pretty happy with the way it came out. I also picked up this guy from Walmart to, you know, add on to it. So, flickering flame, battery operated, unfortunately, but that's okay. I could just replace those every, you know, whenever they die. So, yeah, I'm gonna put that somewhere on there. Haven't figured out yet, but let's see what I can figure out. Okay, so I started pulling out some stuff. My haunt shed is just over the fence with no gate, so I just started chucking stuff over to make it faster. But I forgot that before I threw away the old cemetery pillars, I forgot that I have these flame lights. So I'm gonna figure out if they work or not, and I think I'm just gonna mount them because, let's go see. Oh, this right here is gonna be a mausoleum, so I have that just kind of laid there for reference, and I've got some coroplast over there that I'll be building that out of, you know, later this week or whenever. So, but I think, oh yeah, I got the fences up too. Forgot to show you guys that. Oops. Anyways, fences are in, and yeah, let me talk about that for a second actually. So, the way my fences work, they're PVC, and I went ahead and I heated the tops out so I could put those, God, what are these called? I forget what these are called. God, I'll think about it. Anyways, yeah, it's just PVC and then wood. Pre-drilled all the holes, put them in there. They're all screwed in from the back except for the bottoms on the second one in. And then underneath, I just have a piece of rebar pounded in the ground, and that's how they stay in nice and strong. I've been using these ones for, God, I don't know, 7, 8 years now. I only need 2 at this yard. I have 4, and I only need 2. So, I don't know. I guess I can maybe wrap around the edge. But then it's hard to get out of the car, so I won't do that. Maybe one more on the other side, probably. I don't know. We'll see. All right, so back to these things. I do got to take off the label on there, Tom Care. That's kind of tacky. But I'm thinking these might... God, they're a little big. Oh, sorry. They're a little bit too big. See, they hang over on the edge. But I mean, I guess they'll be okay if they're just like that, right? Right up against this little thing. Be 2 there. Otherwise, I put that one right there in the middle, and I cover that skull right here. That way the, you know, death angel thing up there is still there. But I guess I could cover this skull and put that other thing in the middle, but those are battery powered. These are solar. I'm gonna try it. Okay, I found the on button, so now's the moment of truth. Alright, they still work. They're still charged after 2 years sitting in a storage tub. Nice. I'm just gonna scratch that name off, and we'll mount these. Alright, so this is all up. I got the chain on here now, and I've got the solar lights there, so they look okay. Yeah, I did put up the 3rd fence on this side, and Brooklyn is laying out all the tombstones just to kind of get an idea where she wants to lay them at, and then we'll put them in the ground. Been a while, huh? Look how big she is. She's almost 13, and in a week she'll be 13. Isn't that crazy? I know, still 12, but almost there. So this is what we use for our tombstones, guys. We use these wood stakes that you get in the gardening section at any, you know, like Home Depot or Lowe's. And I have Velcro there, mallet, and hammer them into the ground. And then the Velcro will hold the tombstone on there nice and firm. And yeah, that's what we do. So the Velcro just sticks on there. And it holds it nice and strong in the wind, and you're good to go. Okay, so day 1 build in the books, basically. I was able to get up the fences and the new cemetery archway. That looks really good. I'm actually okay with it. I don't mind that it's a store-bought Home Depot thing. I really don't mind. I think it looks great. Yeah, and then I got up, Brooklyn and I got up the tombstones. So those are all up, and you see that little piece of wood back there where that is going to be a mausoleum that I'm going to build, you know, sometime probably this weekend. And then I was able to get out some lights on just these pillars right here. 1, 2, 3 on the front and on the side. And that's it, guys. That's all for today. I gotta go get ready and go to work, unfortunately. So yeah, but here's how the tombstones stay up. So just that wooden stake, Velcro, and it looks great. And they just, you know, they'll stay there the whole time through wind, no matter what. You can see it's pretty windy right now by looking at these, you know, creepy cloth thingy kind of blowing in the wind. And these things just don't move, not a bit. So, all right, guys, day 1 in the books. Day 2 tomorrow.